ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, cats and chicks. This is Viva ENT. We're featuring the great year of music, 1978, today. And I got Devin here in the studio, Eric Reidar.
That's right.
Our Viva ENT crew. And we are going into, what's the next song on the list? I think it's...
well, we came in with We Will Rock You
okay.
/ We Are the Champions, which I argue is the best medley of all time.
Very rare that a medley hits the pop charts, but this one, of course, as you said, just perfect classic rock. We Will Rock You / We Are the Champions, number 25 for the year. A massive hit for Queen, and a real, not only rare in that it was a medley, but the song itself, the structure, it's just a chant and a foot stomp and a clap, essentially, for most of the song. And then that great guitar solo from Brian May kicks in. And then We Are the Champions kicks in after that. And classic songs, it's still, of course, played in pretty much every sports arena
everywhere
today.
you go.
Yeah. And great songs, of course, from Freddie Mercury.
And big movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, a couple years back. That was...
I never thought of that song as a medley because you're just so used to hearing it. You just figured it was one song, you know what I mean? But it was huge. I remember when it came out, those guys were masters of coming up with the clicks and the little things that, keep the songs going, the beat, the chant. They were like the kings of arena rock.
They were. I think you got to give them credit for just doing completely different stuff than anybody else. I mean, after Bohemian Rhapsody was such a big hit with its operatic arrangement and just all the different movements of that song that you'd never heard in a pop song before, for them to come back, a few years later and have such a massive hit with this medley, and have it also be extremely groundbreaking in its structure. You got to give kudos to those guys for just being willing to experiment and do stuff differently.
I didn't know much about them, and I watched the movie, and I really enjoyed it. Of course, I'm very familiar with the music, didn't really know the story behind the scenes with the band and such. But what was really cool, what really impressed me was the fact that they were actually trying to come up with new type of stuff instead of following the current trend.
That's right, yeah.
The guitar player came up with a unique sound on his guitar. When he played those
Brian
licks.
May, one of the great guitar players.
Yeah, he's playing, and he had a great sound to his guitar sound, and everything was so catchy. And then now you got the lead singer, Freddie Mercury, just knocking it out of the park with vocals. It was like, wow.
Yeah, this song definitely stands out on the list of so much other disco.
Yeah, completely different from any other band in history, probably.
Well, some of the handful of rock songs on this list.
Yeah.
Another big song is number 26, Baker Street by Jerryrafferty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
Now, this is the song that I remember most, maybe from my childhood altogether, but also from 78. Just that iconic saxophone intro.
Yeah.
It just, I remember this being ubiquitous on the radio at the time when I was a kid. And I'm a little bit surprised it's not higher in the chart for that year, because to me it seemed like this was maybe the biggest song of 78.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that, because sometimes a song like this that got played more than any other song that year because you heard it 5 million times doesn't chart higher than you think, but I guess it all goes about record sales and stuff. But I think this song had people like this song so much that they went out and bought this guy's album.
And it's been in movies. It was even in a Rick and Morty episode.
It was in a Simpsons episode. Yeah, it's that iconic saxophone intro, and then of course the rest of the song, a great song. Jerryrafferty, Scottish singer-songwriter, famous before his solo success for the band Steelers Wheel, who had the big hit Stuck in the Middle with You. And, of course, he went on to have other big hits like Right Down the Line, Night Owl, and, of course, Baker Street was, his signature tune.
Yeah. Huge.
It's like a 7-minute song, though.
That's amazing that they even play that song on the radio being 7 minutes. Are you talking about the original song, 7 minutes?
I think so.
That's incredible.
I think the radio edit was like 6.5.
even so, 6. Even
but
six.
that was a long song for sure for the radio at that time in the charts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the saxophone is so
iconic,
so familiar that you recognize it as soon as you hear it.
And then the next song is "Can't Smile Without You," Barry Manilow, number 27.
Can't smile.
Much slower.
You know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you.
Is that 3/4 time? Is that a waltz?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's
I think
a 3/4 time. His fans were huge. He was as big as anybody.
Barry Manilow.
Yeah, his fans are cult type fans. They just love him to death. And I think he had these happy songs, and in Vegas, he killed it in Vegas. I know that.
Oh yeah, I get requests for Barry Manilow all the
No
time
kidding.
when the DJ. No.
Not kidding. Yeah.
Definitely the
big star.
The soft rock AC stuff. And even though the Jerryrafferty song could kind of fit into that soft rock thing, there's just such a different feel between the two. Jerryrafferty's, I feel like, even though it was quite soft, it was a little bit more edgy than the stuff that Barry Manilow did. Not to take anything away from him, because he's a respected performer, but
he's one of those. He's one of those.
Less my taste.
Yeah, he's one of those Vegas type performers like Wayne Newton and cats like that really knew how to take a small, not a small showroom, but a showroom, and still go out and play concerts. So he was very versatile.
Wow. Well, sometimes it's just too much, too little, too late.
That's right.
Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams, number 28.
Big hit.
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen.
Oh, yeah. You'll remember it when you hear it.
Yes, it's over.
Johnny.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
Sorry that it had to end this way.
All right, Johnny.
No reason to pretend. We knew it had to end someday this way.
Guess it's over. The kicks are gone. What's the use of trying to hang on? Somewhere we lost the key. So little left for you and me. And it's clear.
No, I can't say I remember this one.
I remember it, and
of course, I know who Johnny Mathis is and Denise Williams.
Of course,
big singers, but this one doesn't stick in my head at all.
Yeah, it was a big hit, and I got to say, I seen Johnny Mathis at Caesar's Palace in my day, and though I love Johnny's music, the show was really laid back because all the songs that he had hits with were ballads. He didn't have any
rock and roll.
He didn't have no uptime. He had no jump music going on. So it kind of took away from his concert, though. He was a great singer, and and of course I do remember the song for sure.
And it wasn't funky or reggae like on April 22nd when the One Love Peace concert is held in Kingston, Jamaica. Headlined by Bob Marley.
No kidding.
Making his first concert appearance since December 1976.
No kidding. Bob Marley. I'll be doggone.
Well, that's
that was one of
another fun fact.
milestones of 1978.
Yeah.
What else do we have for milestones?
We got like Def Leppard's permanent drummer Rick Allen joins the
boy.
band at the tender age of 15.
Yike.
Wow.
Wow.
He is that the guy that they lost? What happened to
He
him?
did. He got in a car
his
accident
arm?
and ended up losing one of his arms. And but continued to drum
Right.
for Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Developed his own unique one-arm style with some help of electronics and stuff. But
Yeah.
groundbreaking drummer.
Speaking of car accidents, June 29th, Peter Frampton is nearly killed in a car accident in the Bahamas.
No, I didn't know that.
Suffers multiple broken bones, a concussion, and muscle damage.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, 78 was really hard on Peter Frampton.
What else?
between that and the Sgt. Pepper's
Yeah.
movie.
Was it
It's
Frampton? I think wasn't Frampton supposed to be like the star of the movie or something?
I think he was the star of that movie,
Yeah.
along with the Bee Gees. That's right.
Well, I'm so glad I got to see Peter Frampton and actually work the show last year at the Paramount. It was really great.
Cool, man. Yeah,
Farewell tour.
what a great artist.
Yeah. Speaking of great artists, we got Dance With Me, Peter Brown, number 29.
This is one that off the top of my head I'm not recalling, but let's take a listen and see if it jogs our memories.
I probably heard it. Maybe.
It's catchy. I don't remember it.
Back in the disco.
Vaguely remember it. Very funky though. What a nice guitar rhythm.
Yeah, his big hits were Do You Want to Get Funky With Me and Dance With Me.
Yeah.
He also co-wrote Madonna's big hit Material Girl.
Oh my gosh.
So that probably more than anything probably set him up for life, with royalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recall this
Very
song
cool.
at all, but I like it. It's very,
like it.
very catchy.
I'm the same. I don't remember it that much. I vaguely remember it, but it's very catchy, and I love the guitar rhythm in it.
Right? And the next song, 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad by Meatloaf.
That's right. This from the big album,
Big hit.
Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah.
The snow is really piling up outside. I wish you wouldn't make me leave here. I poured it on and I poured it out. I tried to show you just how much I care. I'm tired of words and I'm too hoarse to shout. But you've been cold to me so long. I'm crying icicles instead of tears. And all I can do is keep on telling you I want you.
Yeah, this along with Paradise by the Dashboard Light were the big hits from that album, which was one of those ones that, I always knew the album name, but I didn't know the songs really. Even this one, I don't really recall hearing that much growing up, but I knew that album, seeing pictures of it. It's got an iconic sleeve for sure. And,
big hit.
Meatloaf has continued to persist long after a lot of other careers have kind of gone by the wayside. So he must have something. I never quite got it with Meatloaf, but he's got to have something.
I think that Meatloaf was extremely fortunate to be the right place, be the right time. I'm not a big fan. I'm not even a big fan of those two songs that he had a big hit with. But what Eric was saying, there's no question he had something. He had the right producers. He had the right something going, because the album was huge.
The right kind of meat. Oh.
Yeah.
So the next one, number 31, is Jack and Jill by Radio.
This is another one that I don't quite remember, but I know Radio because that was the group that Ray Parker Jr. started his career with. And of course, Ray Parker Jr., most famously known for Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That massive, hit from the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Ghostbusters.
Wanting someone to feel.
Okay, now I remember this hook. I remember this medley, or melody, I should say. But, I would have never guessed the song was called Jack and Jill.
I vaguely remember it.
Always away from home.
Amazing to me that I'm surprised the song charted so high. But
It's not
it
that
did.
song Jack and Diane. That's
It's
a
not
totally
the-
different song.
For sure.
No.
Definitely for sure.
Good
Yeah.
song, and I would say that
was a good
of
song.
all the songs that were featured in Ghostbusters movies, by far, the Ghostbusters theme song by Ray Parker Jr. has got to be the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was And he got sued for that song.
Really?
Did you know that,
Oh, no.
Eric?
I think it was reminiscent of somebody else's tune.
It was the same melody line as "I Want a New Drug" by Huey Lewis and the News.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you can play them. If you have.
Well, that's gonna come up when we get to
next show?
84 or whatever it was
Okay.
when that came out. But I know we want to talk about some more of these other hits, like ABBA, for instance, number 32, Take a Chance on Me.
Abracadabra.
Surprised that only number 32. Again, I think of this as being a massive hit from 78.
Oh yeah. Well,
Mamma Mia, all right.
yeah, Mamma Mia, Chacharia. ABBA's the same thing. They had a cult following. Everybody loved them. It was happy music. It was a great time. And the song was huge.
The Swedish band, yeah.
Yeah. You can't knock ABBA. Everybody loves them.
Right? I worked on Mamma Mia at the Fifth Avenue a few
No
years
kidding.
back. It was great.
That's the show, right?
Yeah,
like
that's-
the Broadway show.
Well, their local show.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Very cool.
And then number 33, we got Sometimes When We Touch by Dan Hill.
That's right. Everybody remembers this one.
And who am I to judge you on what you say or do? I'm only just
Yeah. The bridge.
to see the real you. And sometimes when we touch,
This one's still used in commercials
Yeah.
and movies and stuff. I think somewhat ironically, just because it's got a little bit of a cringe factor to it. But at the time, it was very much embraced non-ironically. People just loved this song.
Yeah.
the fear in me.
Subside. Yeah. It was right time, right place.
Yeah, it was a number one hit.
No
in
kidding.
in 77, and again it's just the popularity carried over so much into 78 that it made the top 100 for 78.
Wow. That was a huge hit. Yeah, no question about it. It was huge.
As big as this next song, Last Dance by Donna Summer.
Oh, Let's Dance was perfect. Perfect. Great song. Donna at her best here.
This one was from a soundtrack called Thank God It's Friday. The movie was Thank God It's Friday, and this was a big hit for the...
Believe it or not, I was doing this song.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Well, what's great about this song is not officially a medley like the Queen tracks, but it has interesting start that's very different than the rest of it. It's got this great slow intro that kind of lulls you into this idea that, okay, this is a ballad. But then halfway through, something happens.
Yeah, kind of like a McCartney thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Disco style. It's a great, great, great song. I love it. One of my favorites of all time. This is mine.
Yes, it's my last day.
If you're not dancing yet, you better get dancing. So,
Yeah.
And guys, unfortunately, we've only got about 3 minutes left here in the show, so I know you probably have some announcements you probably want to get out of the way before we say goodbye.
Yeah, my quick announcement is don't forget our Facebook page, Viva ENT Talk Radio Rock, Pop, and Soul. If you like what we're doing on the show, you're going to love our group. And then, of course, Devin, you can tell them about your studio, the Viva ENT studio. Go ahead.
yeah, Devin Creisler Studios. Check it out on YouTube, and same as Viva ENT Studios. We'll post a show on there. We're doing 1978 Part 3 next week? Or?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Where do we get to, about number 40?
Yeah, just about. But yeah, some songs that are coming up, like Hot Blooded by Foreigner.
Oh, yeah.
Dust in the Wind, Kansas.
Big songs.
Still the Same, Bob Seger.
Big
Short
song.
People by Randy Newman.
It was a short song. I mean,
Another Andy Gibb hit.
yeah.
Paul Simon, lots of other
variety in
great
78.
songs from 78 that we just didn't have a chance to talk to
Right.
or talk about.
Baby Hold On, Eddie Money.
Baby, hold on. I was doing that song too.
Yeah, Because the Night, Patti Smith Group.
Oh, yeah.
Life's Been Good, Joe Walsh.
Love it, love it, love it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Viva ENT. We will dig you now and see you later. We'll be back next week with our Christmas show. And thanks to our Viva ENT crew, Devin Creisler, Eric C.C. Reidar. This is your host, Johnny The Capo. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Awesome. We're going to leave you with number 35 for the year, hopelessly devoted to you, from Olivia Newton-John,
Love it.
who, of course, had a great year in 78 with the Grease soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. She
And the Grease movie being out.
great career, too.
I'm just a fool